The work of the EDB and the FSC in this industry would not have been possible without the blessings of the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance, who has been very supportive to the virtual assets industry. In normal circumstances, we would have had our chief guest, the Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, the Honorable Mansiraton, as our next speaker. But unfortunately, he's currently on a mission abroad and he has presented his excuses. So we have the pleasure and honor to call on stage Mr. Sarwansingh Purmessur, the Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Financial Services and Good Governance. Call upon him to come forward.
Thank you. Mr. Daneshwar Thakur, Chief Executive Financial Services Commission, Mr. Benito Eliza, Founder and CEO of Wakanda 4.0, Mr. Ashwin Gopi of Lex Frontier, he is a managing partner there, and Dr. Jane Thomason, Chairperson of the World Metaverse Council. I see the international delegates, distinguished speakers here, captains of industry, members from the press, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you all. As just mentioned by Roshan, let me present to you the sincere apologies of the Honorable Mahen Kumar Siratan, Minister of Financial Services and Good Governance, who was scheduled to address you today. However, he had to attend an important mission overseas and has asked me to address you this message on his behalf. In fact, FinTech is one sphere of activity which the Honorable Minister has placed very close to his heart and is closely monitoring its progress. I take this opportunity to express my deep appreciation to Mr. Benito Eliza for conceptualizing this exceptional forward-looking summit and for being instrumental in bringing to us so many experienced and eminent leaders and speakers from around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, as revolutionary as the last 2 decades have been for us at the Ministry and the Financial Services Commission, the coming years promise even more regulatory and legal developments that will shape market structure and potential. We are doing our best to understand and manage the explosive growth and disruptive potential of FinTech while ensuring the stability, safety, and soundness of markets and investors. The objective of government is well underway in making the jurisdiction a FinTech hub for the region. During the 2017-2018 budget speech, the Honorable Prime Minister has stated that, I quote, Mauritius must harness the benefits of the FinTech revolution, the more so that there is good potential for Mauritius, for making of Mauritius a FinTech hub for Africa, unquote. The introduction of the Virtual Asset and Initial Token Offering Services Act 2021, which we normally call the VITUS Act, is a strong and bold step in that direction. The 5 different license classes under the VITUS Act will go a long way in helping our financial sector diversify its offerings and make our 30-year-old IFC more modern and attractive. Mauritius is, in fact, amongst the first countries in the Eastern and Southern African region, which has adopted a comprehensive legislation on virtual assets and initial token offerings. We will continue to protect the integrity of the virtual assets ecosystem with a view to uphold the reputation of Mauritius as a robust and credible jurisdiction. Mauritius is one of the few countries in the world to be compliant or largely compliant with all the 40 FATF recommendations. I take this opportunity to highlight that Mauritius exited the FATF so-called grey list since October 2021 in a record time, as mentioned, in 18 months. And we are sustaining our effort to remain fully compliant with the FATF standards. Ladies and gentlemen, as I glance through the interesting program of this summit, with such an impressive lineup of experts from local and international frontiers. I am confident that many objectives will be achieved today. Undoubtedly, conversations will bring clarity on the legal framework regulating the virtual asset service providers and the initial token offerings in Mauritius. As policymaker, I am pleased to note that several sessions will be dedicated to talks on compliance, on rules and regulations. Indeed, we policymakers and regulators have much to learn from the industry experts and practitioners for us to better serve our markets, our customers, and those who are regulated. You may rest assured that we will continue to work to support innovation by establishing the safeguards essential for sustainable, safe, and transparent markets. Platforms such as this summit, with a distinguished international presence, including virtual asset service providers and high-caliber speakers, is necessary to promote Mauritius as a safe and robust global business jurisdiction and a virtual asset-friendly jurisdiction. I can assure you that there is so much interest coming our way. During our recent missions overseas, we have been meeting more and more virtual asset service providers who are considering the Mauritius jurisdiction to apply for a virtual asset license. They feel comforted that the Vitus Act provides a dedicated legal framework for them to operate with certainty and predictability. As mentioned by the Chief Executive, Mr. Ako from the FSC, the licensing team of the FSC is considering a number of applications at hand, and we understand that there are many more expected in the near future. We expect, and we are well on track for financial technology to become a major segment within our IFC. Ladies and gentlemen, while headlines from the fintech industry have recently been dominated by cryptocurrency, blockchain, and tokens, the biggest story in the space is the rise of decentralized finance, DeFi, which empowers individuals, eliminates intermediaries, and creates new opportunities for innovation and growth. Decentralized finance has become the buzzword today in the digital world, and we are assembled to reflect as to whether we are in shape ready to embrace the decentralized finance challenge. One of the key impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic is the removal of intermediaries in financial transactions. Decentralized finance has accordingly made itself even more relevant. However, our regulatory framework cannot be amended nor revamped in a random manner, as it must ensure that neither the stability and soundness of our financial system nor the reputation of our jurisdiction is risked in the process. It is therefore crucial for the Mauritius IFC to provide the proper environment for the fintech ecosystem while ensuring appropriate safeguards to investors. We as policymakers, regulators, industry leaders, and thought leaders have the duty to recognize the responsibility which comes with the potential. Ladies and gentlemen, hence we must work together as a community to ensure that the Cryptoverse is safe and accessible. As we look ahead, we must reflect on the values which have accompanied us to where we are today. Transparency and community-driven development are the trademarks of the Cryptoverse. We must ensure that these values remain at the core of our ecosystem. So let us continue to innovate, build, and collaborate as we work together towards a world where the benefits of decentralized technology are available to all. Thank you for being here today, and let us continue to work together to take the Mauritius FinTech Hub to its next level. Ladies and gentlemen, this summit means so much to us, to our country's continued balanced economic development and success, and to the prosperity of our people. I thank you for your attention and wish you a fruitful summit. Thank you.